Well, the day has finally arrived. We have Brad back. So we have
Bonjour.
been so excited for this day, haven't we, Brad? We've been waiting for it coming, and the transformation is going to be incredible, really. We can see a little patch where you've started there already.
Yeah.
And it's going to be so much fun. So different rooms, different wood types, lots to do.
Different rooms, different wood species, different technique for both rooms.
Yeah.
The old pine floors need drum sanding.
Yeah.
And this room we'll do the traditional or the modern spider sanding and the brush finishing. But we need to consider both rooms with two different views to get in the look that you want to create, especially as we're going to be staining the pine as well.
Yeah.
So different system, different technique, different sanding process, but to get an equal outcome, just two different journeys to get there.
And this isn't a quick process, is it? I think you're here 5 days with us, aren't
Yeah.
you? So it's going to take 5 days. So we've been banished from the 401 suite, which is good. It means we can get on with other jobs that we need to get on with, because we've kind of dedicated all our time recently to this suite. So it's going to be nice to be able to get on with other jobs in and around the chateau. But we're just so excited to see like how it's going to come up. I think this floor in particular, this one is beautiful, this floor, isn't it? And like I say, we can see Brad's already started. So this is the very start of the process. So you can see kind of what it's going to come up like. And again, it's just beautiful. The wood is just absolutely beautiful. So what have you got to do with this now? Like, so you'll take it back.
Take it back. So we start on 50 grit sand.
Yep.
And that'll flatten the floor, remove all the blemishes, all the heavy scratches and gouges in the wood, remove all the dirt and debris. That'll be what we call the clean sand. That starts that initial process off. And then we'll go up through 50, 60, 80, 120, and then we'll brush the floor with our brushes of 46 and 60.
Yep.
And that'll soften the edges again and put that sort of rustic aged feel to the floor. Give it that nice tonal look, and it'll give it that polished look that we had in the 400 suite.
Well, that's it. We know how good that's come up, and like that's why we were so excited to see these floors. But we've not seen the pine floors and the difference that it's going to make with the pine yet, because we, like I say, all the floors in the 400 suite are the nice parquet. Yeah. Whereas in here, because it's changed around a bit, it's going to be a little bit different, and already you can see in here the difference from the old wood that's come up to the new wood. But again, it's going to be very different to the oak, isn't it?
Yeah, and this is just the initial sand,
Yep.
so that we can flatten the floor, start to see where the unevenness is. So this is a 36 grit paper that we're using first. So this will be 36, 60, 80, 120. And then we do a polish sand before we clean everything down, screed it, which is where we use the sawdust from the floor plus our resin.
Yep.
We screed over the floor to fill in any gaps. So all these gaps will go.
Yep.
Gaps, small gaps in the boards will go, and that'll give a more uniform finish for the stain. And then once that's done, clean everything down, and then we'll prep to stain the floor.
And I think what's incredible with this suite is the fact that this place was abandoned for, 40, 50 years.
Yeah.
And these floors are in fairly good condition, aren't they, for that length of time. Yeah. I don't think they're in bad nick at all, mate.
Especially for pine. Often pine will have undulations, it'll break away at the border edge, it'll break away at window edges under radiators.
Yeah.
The floors in there, I mean, all your floors are absolutely pristine. So you definitely have good floors. You know, they don't need as much intervention prior to sanding.
Yeah.
It's sand, finish, and then enjoy.
Job to goodness. So we'll let Brad get on with it, and we'll check back in with you in a bit, mate.
Okay.
Let's crack on.
Cool.
Well, while Brad and Ray are cracking on upstairs on the floors for the 401 suite, obviously there's nothing that we can actually get on with in that suite no more. Obviously we can't be in there while they're prepping all the floors and stuff. So I thought I'd have a little sort of nice and relaxing job and look at this chandelier. So this was one of the chandeliers that we got out for the 401 salon that we looked at putting it up, and it's beautiful. It was just a little bit too small, but we've decided that we'll still use it for the entrance hall in the 401 suite, because that's only a small room anyway, and it'll look perfect in there. But as you can see, obviously it's been in storage for 5 years now, 4 or 5 years. So it's quite dusty and needs a good clean. So I'm going to strip it all off, give it all a nice clean, and then get it all back together so it's ready for when that suite's done, we can get it in. It's just a nice easy job. While I'm doing this, Mum's going to crack on in the salon and she's going to start prepping and painting all of the doors. So we've got 2, 3, 4, 6 doors for the 401 suite, which all need glossing with obviously several coats of paint, undercoat, primer, and then top coat. So that's going to give Mum a chance to get all of those painted, ready for when we can get back in there and get it all prepped. And for the chandelier for the 401 salon, obviously we haven't gone with any of the ones that we've got, so I think it is going to be a Brockhant trip or two searching for the perfect chandelier. But for now, I've got this one to work on, so I will crack on with this and yeah, get it spick and span. And all I'm using is white vinegar, dish soap, so washing up liquid, and some warm water. And I'm just going to go along and give it all a nice clean.
as you've seen, Terry's been busy with the chandeliers and they look out of this world, how clean and glistening they are. Absolutely beautiful. So still got to put them back together. A little bit of work left to do there, but not that much. Tracy's been busy in here. We have all our doors. So this is all the doors for the 401 suite. Again, perfect time to have them all off because the floors are all getting sorted. So it's the ideal time to actually get them off, get them done. And need a couple more coats, but it won't be long. You might be able to still be here in the background. We have Brad and Ray still working up there, sanding away. But again, it just looks out of this world. And believe it or not, this is the reason, this thing here is the reason that the doors haven't gone back in yet. And it was purely because this came off. So I had to work my magic and weld it back on, which I've done not a bad job on, to be fair. I was quite surprised. It actually looks okay, considering it's a weld job by me. It actually looks really good. So now we can crack on, get the doors. All the doors are in pieces here. But again, they're just going to look absolutely stunning. We're so close to having one front door. That's all we're asking. And that'll be done the next couple of weeks as well. So there's absolutely loads going on. I've been out in the back garden, de-winterising everything, so it's just been a case of chopping everything back that needs to be taken back and cutting Terry some beautiful eucalyptus because he likes his eucalyptus, so we now have eucalyptus everywhere on the chateau and it smells beautiful. So I hope you enjoyed seeing what's going on because there is so much going on right now. We can't show you everything and we want to, but we just can't. So if you have, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button and make sure you got the bell click for notifications. And we'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.
If you'd like to be part of our journey and help restore the chateau, then please join us on Patreon, where you'll be part of our journey, receive a piece of the history and get exclusive videos.